As the political dust settles after the May 4 election results, a new conversation is gaining traction. This time not just about power, but about perception, fear and facts. In parts of Northeast, especially beyond Assam, concerns are being raised linking the verdict in West Bengal to possible migration. In the aftermath of the election results in West Bengal, concerns are being raised about potential migration shifts towards northeast states, including Nagaland, have sparked concerns about potential migration shifts towards northeast states, including Nagaland. The BJP's historic win in West Bengal, securing 206 seats and ending TMC's 15-year rule, has led to speculation about possible demographic changes in the region. Now let's take a closer look. Before we get into what actually is doing rounds in social media, it is crucial to separate facts from speculation. Are these concerns backed by migration data or fueled by political rhetoric and social media? Will West Bengal's change political landscape shift economic opportunities, drive migration? States like Nagaland might be worried about demographic pressure, but is this a realistic concern or an unfounded fear? Experts and officials are cautioning against jumping to conclusions, emphasizing the need for a careful consideration of the situation. The concerns revolve around potential increase in undocumented migration, possibility of migrants moving to northeast states, including Nagaland, spillover effect, concerns that migration patterns may not be limited to Assam and Tripura but could affect the other northeast states, demographic pressure, worries about the impact on smaller states, demographics and resources. It is essential to note that these are speculative concerns and actual migration patterns will depend on various factors, including economic opportunities, government policies and social dynamics. There is no confirmed data showing a sudden or large-scale migration shift linked directly to election outcomes. Claims about specific states becoming targets or impenetrable are speculative and not evidence-based. The factual position. Authorities have clarified that immigration and border control fall under the jurisdiction of the Government of India. Any issue of illegal cross-border movement is handled by law enforcement agencies, not civilians. Movement of Indian citizens between states is legal and constitutionally protected. There is no official confirmation of any unusual migration patterns following the election results. Now let's look at the ground reality check. Conversations with local sources and observers indicate that no visible large-scale demographic shift in northeast states. Concerns are largely being shaped by online narratives rather than on-ground developments. State administrations continue routine monitoring as part of standard governance. Now the bigger picture. The situation highlights a broader challenge. Political outcomes often trigger social narratives. These narratives can sometimes outpace facts, and when amplified without verification, they risk creating fear and misinformation. Experts emphasize migration, especially cross-border, is a matter of policy, law and administration and not something that should trigger public panic or vigilantism. They also caution that public discourse must remain fact-based, communities should avoid reacting to unverified claims, and governance mechanism and social reactions must address such concerns. Now, the key questions going forward are concerns around migration backed by official data. How prepared are states to handle migration within legal frameworks? Is the issue being politicized beyond ground reality? These are questions policymakers and the public will need to engage with carefully. So while the election results have reshaped political equations, they have also sparked conversations that go beyond politics. The challenge now is to separate fact from fear, data from narrative. Because in a democracy, informed debate strengthens institutions, but misinformation can weaken them. At this stage, migration concerns remain largely speculative. Migration fears remain unverified, but it does remain a big concern.